What is going on, guys? We are back for yet another fun-filled episode of Modern Men, episode 3, volume 2. Tonight, we're going to be talking about some X-Men, specifically X-Force from 2008. Why X-Force from 2008? I just randomly picked it because why not? We couldn't decide on something. So, full disclosure, I wanted to read this, so we picked it, and everyone seemed cool with it. Is that choice going to hold up? You got to wait and find out. I can't wait to ask these guys what they thought about X-Force from 2008. But let's introduce the panel here. Next to me, we got Jason, ComicsMisexplained. How you doing, Jason?
Yo, good, man. Thanks for having me again. This is fun.
Thanks for coming back. This is awesome. Downstairs there, we got JB, DiscoveryBayComics. How you doing, JB?
How you doing, man? You know, this was so much better than last time, so I'm looking forward to this episode.
And it wouldn't be an X-Men show without this next guy. Drew, I know you're a huge X-Men fan. How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. I really loved this read this week. I thought it was great to get into some a read that I have read before and had some reverence for, and I really enjoyed getting back into it. Because one of the things about this run is it's got a lot of real good callbacks to continuity, which in the continuity of comic book YouTube, I'd like to go back and figure out when was the first appearance of JB's fedora, because at one point this dude just starts wearing a fedora and it's been gangbusters ever since.
Nice, thanks. It's when I finally unpacked all my dad's stuff.
I'll say, was
get that man a cigar hanging out of his mouth at the same time.
We gotta shout out Rican, right?
Constantly on Cuban vacation.
Yeah, that too. No, my father, when he passed away, I didn't, I didn't go through the stuff for like a long time. And when I finally started going through some of the boxes, he left me a collection of fedoras, man. So,
yeah. It works, brother.
Yeah.
It works.
That's awesome. All right, of course, I'm Carson Seawoodard 19. Welcome to Modern Men. Before we get into the reads tonight, if you guys haven't noticed, we've been doing 2 parts on Modern Men. You're watching it on my YouTube channel. But basically, we have a first part where we just kind of shoot the breeze and have a fun topic or a fun game we're about to play. We'll hopefully it's fun for these guys. We'll see. It might be our first and last time doing this. But we're going to do the first part first, and then the review will be the second part. But first, I've came up with an idea called the X Draft. So basically, it's just the way, we're all busy. It's the weekend. We had stuff to do. I figured it'd just be a fun game. Just throw it at the guys. We don't have to do too much, pre-homework. I just have to come up with rules, which I did in like 3 minutes. So
there's too much rules. Work. What the hell? What do you mean there's rules?
All right. So JB, you have been drafted as part of the X Draft. So basically imagine we have been hired by Marvel Creative and we each have to come up with our own comic book. We each have to come up with our own X-Men team to pitch and who is going to have the best team. So my proposal for this is basically I'm going to put a poll. I have the power to put polls on my webpage, or not webpage, but my YouTube page. And the fans out there can vote on who they like the most, which X-Men team they like the most, or just which panel member they like the most, whatever. And whoever wins, basically, will get to pick a read for Modern Men in the future. So JB's going to please vote for me so I don't have to read DC again in at least 1 week. So here are the rules I came up for the X Draft. And we can always apply this to other teams if it succeeds. If not, this will be our one and only draft. So we'll see. So first draft order will be determined via randomizer. So I guess I should pull up the randomizer at some point. Participants will pick 1 character each round. Each participant can pick up to 8 characters in 8 total rounds. So I figured most X-Men probably an average of like 8 at the max. So I just kind of capped it at 8. I figured it'd be fun to have trade windows. So trade windows will be open after the 4th and 8th rounds and will close once all participants are set to move forward. After all the teams are in place, participants are encouraged to pitch why their team is the best version of the X-Men. And of course, the winner will be determined by fan polling. So before we get started, as I bring up the randomizer, do you guys have any questions or comments or concerns about the X Draft?
Man, I did not do my homework.
No, there was not supposed to be any homework. We're gonna wing it. We're winging it.
Yeah, we're winging it.
Live.
All right.
I did all the homework. I got a trapper keeper full of notes.
This guy's got a trapper keeper full of notes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm like, okay, well, what's the story? What's the purpose of the team? I don't know.
Well, you got to
can't
build your
not.
team first, and then
Yeah,
you get like a little
right.
quick pitch.
Okay.
So,
Well, all right.
In the
we
spirit of
you
the
can't-
Great
yeah.
Legend show, I'm going to be a hashtag Trapper Keeper Cheater. So
There you
Trapper
go.
Keeper Cheap's on the way, baby.
So anyway, based on our randomizer results, the first pick goes to DruManchu. Drew,
That's right, boys.
who's your first pick? You're building your
Well.
X-Men team, and you got your first draft pick. Who you going with?
Yeah, man. The thing is, every X team needs a Wolverine. My
Mhm.
Wolverine is the all-new Wolverine, X-23 Laura
Ooh.
Kinney. She is the number one
Wow.
draft pick.
Oh.
She is way better than Logan, way more interesting, and has a better cast of characters around her and support. So I've got Scout, aka Honey Badger, and Jonathan the Wolverine coming alongside just to back me up. And she's gonna snick and slice people up with her toe claws. She's
Her toe
badass.
claw.
She's sexy, and she's unstoppably cool. X-23 is that number one draft pick.
All right. So we got X-23 for Drew. And like I said, we're going to have some fun trade rules here. So, if Drew's looking for another guy, I don't want to name names and put ideas in people's heads. But, if there's somebody you think Drew's going to pick, you guys can pick them and then use that for trade leverage later down the line if you'd like. But I think, for my first pick, I'm going to go with someone with, some leadership experience. They have a ton of power set. Obviously they have a ton of experience because they're one of the original X-Men. I'm going to go Jean Grey Phoenix for my first pick.
Ooh,
It was very tempting to take Wolverine off the table already, but you know what? I feel like he's slightly overused, or not slightly, he's very overused. So I don't want to miss my chance to get Jean on my team, so I'm going to make her my first round draft pick. Looks like next up we got Jason. Jason, you got yours lined up yet?
Yeah. I'm probably going to bend the rules a little bit if this counts, but I really want to have Magneto as like the leader of the team. I think he would do a better job than Cyclops. That's very arguable, but
just snipe my pick, Bum.
oh, yeah. I mean, he's pretty OP, but I guess depending on the writer and the story, you can also be very weak and just have him be the leader either way. But yeah, I mean, hashtag Magneto is right? Is that what everyone says? Hashtag Magneto is right.
It's true. He's always been right.
I mean, I don't know. I think he was so cool, man. There's so much potential there for a good story. He's a great leader. Fuck it. Sorry. I mean, let's do it. Magneto. Yeah.
No, he was on my pick list as well. I figured he was, going to be one of the top picks. So yeah, if you guys want to make an all villains team, go for it. I guess like Sinister's on the board, Mystique, so on and so forth.
It's like, I guess that kind of popped in my head because I guess how they always teased Magneto to, be the next leader. Then I don't think that happened. And I think he was a couple times, wasn't he, Drew?
Oh yeah, he's led X teams. He was the headmaster of the school for a point under the Claremont run. He leads the X-Men in the Age of Apocalypse, and there was a really great Cullen Bunn run of Uncanny X-Men, where it was basically Magneto leading a team of villains as the X-Men, which was really good as well.
All right, JB, your first pick's lined up. Who you got?
Well, considering he falls all the way to number 4, I guess I'm going to take Wolverine. I mean, come on, man. My favorite character growing up. I can't believe I got him at pick number 4. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wolverine. Let's go.
I was very tempted just to pick him as trade bait, basically, but I'm like, I'm just going to go for who I really want first. All right, Drew, who's your number 2?
Oh, we're not snake drafting it? We're going right in round robin?
I was thinking about doing a snake draft. I'm like, we'll keep it simple this time.
Okay. All right, cool. You took Phoenix, right?
I did.
I'm going to take Phoenix too. Quentin Quire, the scourge of Xavier's School for the Gifted. He led the riot at Xavier's. He was arrested by S.H.I.E.L.D., brought back into the fold by Wolverine, wore a T-shirt proclaiming, hey, guess what? Magneto was right. And in the future, he wields the Phoenix Force. And you can say, oh, well, X-Men future stories. What does that even mean? No, in Jason Aaron's Thor, he's the Phoenix there, too. He's amazing. He's great. He is snarky, and he's gotten pushed kind of to the back in a lot of stories recently. But the guy is just dope, and he's kind of an asshole. But he is an Omega-level mutant only because Jean Grey is dead. So have fun being dead, buddy. We're the Phoenix.
Yeah, Drew, I'm going to already start calling your team NXT. You're drafting that young talent.
Going young.
I got some oldies but goodies in the tank.
Yeah,
we're going 8 rounds. I'm throwing some powerhouses on this thing.
Who should I get for my next pick? I think, I'm going to continue the strong leadership experience. In case Gene goes full blown Dark Phoenix, we need that like second in command. I feel like the best second in command in the X-Men has always been Storm. So
that's
going
what I was going to do. Yeah, that's
exactly
what I was going to pick. That's exactly what I was going to do, man. Yeah, because I was going to do a yin to my yang, man. Sure, Magneto to keep in control. I'm sorry. I'll wait to your pro.
Oh no, go ahead. Okay, you can go ahead with your third pick. We'll keep things rolling here.
I think I'm gonna go with Nightcrawler.
Nice.
As the morality kind of side. The Christian guilt. I think he'd be a good balance to Magneto, I guess, to help him. I mean, if it can't be Storm, maybe he'll listen to Nightcrawler. But I mean, I always love his power set. I think he's just a great character in general. You can do a lot of stuff with Nightcrawler. So yeah, he'll be my second.
Nice. All right, JB, you're up. Number 2.
Well, since we're on a run of women, I'm gonna go with Emma Frost.
Oh, okay.
I need to get a telepath on the group here. We need to have some of that ability in the team set, and you might as well draft her early.
Good pick
Emma
there.
Frost is my girl.
All right. We're moving in the round number 3. We're back to you, Drew.
Oh, you know what? You guys might call foul on this one, might call me a cheater. But we're going to go ahead and bolster our psychic abilities by taking not one, not 2, but actively 3 characters at the same time with the Stepford Cuckoos.
Yep.
Ooh.
I was waiting for that.
Emma can't touch us when we have our hive mind going. So, we're good there.
Yeah, I thought about putting in some sort of rules. I'm like, you can only do one. It was like if someone picks the Cuckoos, like that's just like drafting the New Day in WWE. Like, just get them all.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
So I will allow it. I will definitely allow it. You don't have to use 3 picks for the Cuckoos. All right, for my next pick, I want to go power game here. So, Jean with the Phoenix, she's at Omega level, I'm sure. But, I wanted one more Omega guy on my team. I got to go Iceman. I need that power. Iceman, he brings it. So that's my number 3 pick.
Storm's an Omega level mutant as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is she Omega level now? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if she ever hit that designation.
Actually, I don't know if Iceman's Omega anymore, according to the Hickman continuity or whatever. I know he always was.
Like I said,
Hickman was. I mean,
but Storm is definitely an Omega level mutant.
Good.
Iceman was in the Hickman run, the beginning of it, but I'm not sure how it ended.
I wasn't sure if he was on that list or not. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, he was there. I think I'm gonna go with Rogue for my third pick. Yeah, someone strong, physically, and also pretty powerful. You can absorb powers and stuff. So yeah, going with Rogue.
Great pick, JB.
Well, since we're sticking with these telepaths, I'm kind of worried about the Cuckoos. How about Legion?
Ooh. Good luck taking a hold of your team as a leader, Chief.
Right?
No, I had him on my list.
Loose cannon.
Yes, he is. And so is Wolverine. We got a lot of crazy on the team, and that's all right.
All right. We're in round number 4 officially. Drew, who's your 4th pick?
All right, man. Laura's really cool. And Quentin's got like that punk rock aesthetic to him, but when you think about cool, you need a cool guy, and I'm taking Gambit because ain't nobody cooler than Gambit. And if we need anything from Jason's team, he'll just go bang Rogue and steal some shit.
I was to say we have now broken up the duo of Gambit and Rogue here. All
taking Gambit, baby.
All right, for my next pick, I think I'm gonna need a powerhouse. But there's so many good options. I think Rogue was one of my top picks. She's gone now. I might go for a big one here. Literally, I'm picking the Juggernaut, bitch.
Nice. Yeah. That's exactly what I was eyeing up too. Damn you.
Damn you. It was between Strong Guy, Colossus, and Juggernaut. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go Juggernaut to spice things up a little bit.
All right.
I got too many
with
baby faces on my team.
I'll go with Sabretooth.
Nice.
Oh man, snaked him.
He
was on my list. Creed was on my list.
All right. We got JB's 4th pick, and then it's trade window time. We'll review some picks.
What did you just go with, Carson?
I picked Juggernaut, and then Jason picked Sabretooth.
He goes Sabretooth, Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if any of you guys would pick Apocalypse tonight.
I thought about him. Thought about him deep and hard.
All right. So we're halfway through the draft, so we're going to take a quick pause here and recap everybody's
Let's
stuff
recap
here.
who we got on our team.
So Team Drew, the top prospect here, the number one picker. His team consists of X-23, Quentin Quire / Kid Omega, the entire trinity of the Stepford Cuckoos, and Gambit. And then my team, Team Carson, is the Phoenix, Jean Grey, or, Jean Grey, Marvel Girl, whatever. I don't know. We're not classifying that further yet. Anyway, Jean Grey, Storm, Iceman, and Juggernaut. And Jason's team is Magneto, Nightcrawler, Rogue, and Sabretooth. And then JB, you've got Wolverine, Emma Frost, the White Queen, Legion, and Apocalypse.
Yeah,
I love that. Look at the chaos on that team.
That team's
That's
crazy.
a team of villains right there. That is a villain team.
All right. So that all being said, is there a component that you guys feel like you need to have from another team? Is there anybody interested in proposing any trades at this time?
Not at this time. No, I'm
good.
Pat.
Everybody good? Drew?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
But
I'm good.
if at any point in time Mr. Cantu wants to make a play for Gambit, he will be on the table. He's just super cool. But if you want the the smush happening on your team, if you're not,
we all know that Gambit will do whatever Rogue says, so I'm not worried about it.
And then
It's not the other way around. It's not the other way around at all.
And then I figured I would
not
look
wrong.
at the list here. And then, who's missing off of these lists so far? So I figured
No. We got four more
no,
pixies.
no,
You guys don't want me to cover
Don't
the top
illuminate people
prospects.
what my
Okay,
Trapper
okay.
Keeper's notes say.
All right.
Oh.
I guess you guys are afraid I'm going to propose the big names. Oh, Cyclops is still on the table. Oh, yeah, I got to pick him. Oh, cool. I can get my pick. Anyway,
Hey,
we'll
man, is
continue.
Gold Ball still on the table?
Oh, you bet he is. You bet
What about
he is.
Shatterstar? Richter?
He is.
Can
Yeah.
we get some Warpath?
All right, Drew. Who's pick number 5?
Pick number 5. I think that it's time to add some science to my team of sexy, chaotic, psychic violence, and there is nobody better in the science world in the X-Men family than Beast Hank McCoy. I'm taking Hank McCoy. He's kind of a piece of garbage lately, but at the same time, we're going to need some Hank McCoy, and I'm taking, on my team, he's going to be furry good time hanging out with Wonder Man Beast. So good time blue guy. That's what we're taking.
All right. So my next pick, I've tried to pick via strategy, powerhouse, leader, Omega level stuff and all that. You know what? Next pick, I don't care. I don't care about the reason, but I just want this person on my team, Kitty Pryde.
Oh,
too bad you guys can't
I thought you were gonna have.
Mm.
So far, we've I picked the same one as you for 3 rounds in a row now. I was really hoping it wasn't gonna happen again.
So I was hoping Kitty dropped to round 7.
I was waiting, I hope I can get her mid pick because she needs to be on my team.
I mean, she was my imaginary girlfriend for several years.
All right. Sorry, Jason. Who's your next pick?
I think I'm gonna pick Magic.
Ooh,
I knew she wouldn't last too much longer.
Yeah.
Best boob window since Power Girl.
JB?
I need to match wits with Hank McCoy. I need some science. How about Forge?
Nice. I had Forge written down. He was a potential pick for me too.
Yes.
He's a great utility player, Forge.
Great utility player.
All right, Drew, you're at pick number 6. You got
I want Magic.
Picks.
I want Magic, but I can't.
Oh, you better pick someone Jason likes and propose a trade.
Magic was on my board because she is a leader. But I think I need to take another leader. We're going to take Cyclops. I'm taking him.
Nice.
Yeah,
Mr.
X-Men.
Cyclops going a little later than I figured.
Good value on the round.
Let's see. God, I don't have any brain. Like, I'm trying to think of other brains that are left, but you know what? Kitty Pryde's good enough for me. She can figure out things on her own, I'm sure. You know what? I think I'm gonna start going some fun picks here. You know, we've only got like 3 picks to go deep in the lineup. I don't want to make my team very interesting, so there's a lot to chew on for the comic book. I am going to go completely out of left field. This character's been acknowledged as a mutant for quite a while. He's not someone you'd imagine on the X-Men, but we're gonna make him an X-Men. Franklin Richards. I'm putting him.
Oh,
that's awesome. Yeah, nice.
Is that a stretch? How do we?
That's also
That's
debatable
powerful.
too, because that's been back and forth.
Wow.
Where like Hickman was gonna have him be a mutant, but I think Dan Slott said he's not a mutant. So
no, actually, Hickman took him off the board because the whole thought process was that whatever Nimrod was going to throw at them, he could just Franklin Richards it. So that's why they took the mutant power away from Franklin. But
it was Chip Zdarsky's Fantastic, or was it?
Yeah, the X-Men Fantastic Four. But that was under Hickman editorial. Yeah,
I thought he didn't do it because Dan Slott said.
Maybe it was a conversation they had, but the reason I saw from Hickman that Franklin wasn't. They basically got rid of most of the reality warping mutants.
Gotcha.
That's you notice the Exosword stuff, the reality warping stuff really only works in Avalon.
I didn't read
so there's like Mad Jim Jaspers or whatever, the guy, but he only pretty much messes around in Avalon. But Franklin Richards, geez, what a pick.
Yeah. It must have been a good pick. What a nice mini filibuster.
What a pick. I mean, he has his own Pet Galactus in the future. Like, what are you going to do against that?
That's
and I got him at number 6. Yeah.
That's just like what out of left field. You know,
that's a great one. Yeah. It's a wild card.
Jason, who you got?
I think I'm going to pick X-Man.
Nice.
Nathaniel Gray.
Are you going to age of X-Man where he looks like Jesus? Where he's Cable Jesus?
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, I was thinking
Cable Jesus.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think it's an interesting dynamic. Have him and like Magneto on the same team and see how that works out. There's
see who can out Jesus each other.
Right.
Ages.
Yeah.
All right, JB. What you got?
Cable.
I was figuring
Cable. That's where we'll go. He's got a nice little power set there. Plus, he's a fun character.
Absolutely. All right, that's 6 picks apiece. We only got 2 more to go, so start thinking about who's left out there, who you think would complete your team, who's like a wild card pick, kind of like my Franklin Richards earlier is our wild card pick. You've been saving room for, but you're running out. So all that being said, Drew, it's your turn. Pick number 7.
Yeah. Geez, that kind of throws a wrench in the works because I was thinking Cable. And then I was thinking I could go Kid Cable, but that's kind of cheap. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I'm kind of drawing a blank here. You guys just undercut me, and
I love it.
Drawing a blank. Do we have a timer on this thing? Because
I thought about making a timer.
I don't want to lose my pick here.
Well, there's a certain bald mind reader that hasn't been picked yet. I'm surprised no one has put on their team.
I've got 4 better mind readers on my team already. That guy.
You do.
I'm just saying.
Chuck is a cuck. I don't want anything to do with him on my X-Men team. But you know who I will take is probably the most devious mutant in the history of mutants, and we need a little bit of shadiness going on our team. We're taking Mystique.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah, this is getting like I'm starting to run. I was like, I kind of want this person on my team, but I was just like, you know what? I did want to pick one random luck person because hey, we just read this. I thought about going long shot, but I think I'm gonna have to go Domino. I'm picking Domino.
Domino.
Throw some crazy, luck-based mutant power on all of this insanity that's already going on my team. Like Franklin Richards combined with a luck power, that the other ones are just going to be thrown in a whirlwind of a crazy book. So I'm going Domino.
Okay.
Wow.
I think I'm going to go with Multiple Man.
It's a good one.
I was saving him for 8.
So you can do so much with Multiple Man, and you can just multiply everywhere. I always think of that one of those Old Man Hawkeye or Old Man Logan. I think it was Old Man Hawkeye series where like the Venom symbiote got control of him, and he just became like a whole entire herd of Venoms. It's just, you know, it was just insane.
That's a fantastic pick.
Yeah, I just love his X Factor run.
Thank you,
If you read the Peter David X Factor Volume 2, it's just a multiple man book that runs for like 100 issues. It's great.
That's awesome.
It's pretty good. Rosenberg did a really nice mini series.
Right, yeah, it's a mini series about him
right before the Hickman stuff started.
Now Willie pick Layla Miller as number 8 because she knows stuff. Anyway, JB.
She does know stuff.
Interesting. Mr. Sinister.
Nice.
Your team is fucking evil, bro.
I mean, that's why I suppose like you just make an evil team.
Guys are not up to no good.
Yeah,
there are nothing but evil machinations going over on JB
with Apocalypse. Come on, man.
And Emma Frost too. Like, we'll do the right thing the wrong way constantly.
They're gonna constantly get in each other's way by like trying to undercut each other 24/7. They're gonna walk out the door. That's as far as they're gonna get.
I feel like JB's team only has Wolverine to sell issue number 1. He'll be on the cover, and then by issue 2, he's like, "I'm done with this," and he leaves the team.
Legion will have him on a dog leash by issue 2. All right, we're to our last and final pick here. So, Drew, who is the final member of your team?
I'm gonna go with Sunspot.
Okay.
He's got money. He's got sass. He used to be the owner of AIM. He's got class, and he's like a Brazilian, I think, and he's on fire. And he was once like a Shi'ar king or something. I don't know what the hell was even going on with that. So, Sunspot, Robert DaCosta.
Nice. You know, for my last pick, I was going to go multiple man. I'll be completely honest for my last pick, just to throw him on the team. But since Jason got him, you know, I want to throw one final wrench on my team just because, you know, you got Domino with the luck-based stuff. You got Franklin Richards with just his insane powers. And then, you know, the other Omega level mutants. Throw a wrench and everything. And I can't believe I'm picking him at number 8. I'm going Deadpool.
Nice.
Deadpool.
Yeah, I can't believe he made it this deep. So it's just like, if I can't have multiple men, I'll always throw Deadpool in there to cause chaos. So yeah, that's my.
I want to mess up my whole entire team and have some comedic relief with Glob Herman. Glob rules, man.
Glob rules, baby.
He's just an innocent dude, an innocent skeleton in a jelly body, dude, and he's you know, just living his life. And
he's an everyman high school beta.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So I did almost think about picking Beak on my team for some comedic relief. But yeah, Glob's awesome too.
I was like that, or like, you know, Psylocke to sell some covers.
Yeah,
but, you know, I'm gonna go with Glob. Yeah.
All right, JB, your last pick. Who you got?
This is the last pick of the last round, right?
Yeah.
The final X person chosen for our team here today, and since my team is completely out of control. Maybe they need a little bit more control, and we will rein them in with Old Man X, Professor Xavier.
There you go.
Your team just got a little bit more.
You get a fun father and son dynamic there with
right?
X and
Legion. Father and son with Legion. Nice.
Can't wait for issue 3 where Legion loses it because his daddy was never there. Can't tell me what to do now, old man. I'm 48 personalities and 48 powers.
All right. So I guess with that being our picks, is there anybody we completely missed out on, or is there like another pick or two you guys
think there are really few
what's Cyclops, right? People of Cyclops.
I'd grab Cyclops.
Yeah, I was just saying he's on team.
Cyclops.
Okay.
Yeah. I was considering him to complete the fastball special.
Yeah,
like Armor's a good character. I think that we missed out
Colossus.
on. I think that Colossus.
Yeah, Colossus. I would say was one of the big ones.
Nobody picked Angel or Archangel.
Yeah,
which is surprising considering.
Which is surprising after what we just read because that was dope.
I was thinking of it, but I was like, I'll wait. But yeah.
Nobody went with Disco Dazzler.
Yeah, no Bishop.
No Bishop.
Well, you can't pick him yet. He's not here yet because he's from the future.
I had Strong Guy and Warpath as backups in case I couldn't get Juggernaut. especially, we just read a little bit about Warpath. So
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of love for the new mutants. I did,
What are you talking
no
about? Glob
Warlock.
got picked.
Yeah, I got
Well, I
magic.
mean,
Yeah.
Magic.
Glob, you get magic, but
No,
no Warlock. I thought that was kind of
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of interesting. I did pick Sunspot, so that's
it's true.
when I think Sunspot, I think X-Force Sunspot
All right,
in that
so
red suit.
we'll go ahead and recap the teams here since we got,
Yeah.
8 apiece, and then we'll see if anyone's interested in trading, and if not, we'll go ahead and do like a little 30-second pitch or so you guys can pitch your team and maybe encourage some votes so you guys can win that right to pick the next read on Modern Men or a future read. So Team Drew is X23, Quentin Quire / Kid Omega, the Stepford Cuckoos, Gambit, Beast, Cyclops, Mystique, and Sunspot. And my team is Phoenix, Storm, Iceman, Juggernaut, Kitty Pryde, Franklin Richards, Domino, and Deadpool. Team Jason consists of Magneto, Nightcrawler, Rogue, Sabretooth, Magic, X-Man, Multiple Man, and Glob Herman. And Team JB is Wolverine, Emma Frost, Legion, Apocalypse, Forge, Cable, Mr. Sinister, and Professor X is the final pick for JB. Okay, so with all those teams being announced and picked, anybody interested in some trades?
I like my team. Actually, you know what?
Okay.
Well, I'll wait till closing statements. But you're no fair. Your Franklin Richards makes the whole thing crazy. Your Multiple Man, that's just done. You got the witches over here.
You got a
They're not
Apocalypse
witches.
and Legion.
Whatever.
They're just a hive mind.
The hive mind.
You got a
Everyone's
nice
gonna wanna
little
read
team of
those.
chaos here with some control. I love that you got Legion.
I got all kind of
Apocalypse, and
crazy.
Sinister on
They
a
could
team
be
with
fighting
Professor
each
X and
other
Wolverine.
in the first 3 issues.
There will be a power struggle on your team, and the only good guy. Well, no, there's 2 good guys. You got Cable. Cable and Apocalypse on the same team. That ain't gonna work. Cable and Sinister on the same team. That ain't gonna work. Wolverine and half these people. That ain't gonna work.
Come on.
You got Emma Frost's
comic books.
boobs. That's pretty great.
Get the Mark
Beyond
covers ready.
Beyond that, it's going to be a bunch of button heads. Like they're all powerhouses. They're not going to be able to decide which direction to go.
Isn't that going to be a better read because they're going to have challenges? They're going to have challenges with each other, much less challenges fighting whoever they need to, whatever issue there is.
All right. Well,
there is no challenge to any of you other 3 because what's the challenge?
I've got Gambit's got to keep an eye on Mystique on my team.
I love
Franklin Richards just blinks a couple times and makes it all go away. I mean, come on.
I love this ability.
Yeah,
to
but he's not a mutant.
His
daddy told him to come home and he couldn't play. So
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you like one character that I'm interested in each team, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
Carson, I would say I am interested in. I'm sorry, that's Team JB. Sorry about that. I would say maybe Wolverine from JB. Maybe from Carson. I would say Storm.
Okay.
And Drew. I guess maybe Stepford Cuckoos.
Stepford Cuckoos. All right, yeah. So on Carson's team, Team Carson, definitely Storm too.
Oh,
I was gonna be definitely Storm. Jump that one. Jason, Magneto. That's a great pick. And Drew. Man, those cuckoos are gonna be tough to beat, man. That's gonna be tough to beat. Yeah. That's what
right.
I'd be interested.
So my opening trade proposal, since there seems to be most interest in Storm, to Team Jason, I would propose trading Storm for Magneto.
Ooh.
And let me see if there's anybody on JB's team. And I kind of like JB's team. I want to vote for JB's team.
I like
who would I want to take off of that?
I like my team.
Okay, that's my first trade proposal so far. I'll try to think of anything else. Or do we do the gimmick where we like
Carson,
you can trade like 2 or 3 people for one?
we could do that.
Yeah,
I have
why
interest
not?
in Kitty Pryde.
Okay, I figured you would.
Great pick, Kitty,
I've
man.
been interested in Kitty Pryde for quite some time. Jason, I have interest in magic. I have interest in magic. As far as JB, I feel like I have a Wolverine. I picked the better one.
Yep.
I'd be interested in Cable if you want to make a move.
I think for me on that, I would the only way I would trade Kitty Pryde for anyone on your team, I would probably have to go for the Cuckoos, because I would love to see Jean Grey and the Cuckoos, have that same dynamic as they had with Emma, and it's just Jean Grey instead trying to deal with all their BS. So I would have to say I will give you Kitty Pryde, but I will take the Cuckoos as what I would propose.
I don't know if I could give up the Cuckoos for
tough,
Kitty Pryde. I would be willing to maybe pair Sunspot and the Cuckoos for Kitty Pryde and Domino.
Ooh, that domino factor.
I have no interest in Sunspot. Sorry.
Hey man, he's the power of 1,000 suns in the palm of his hand.
I got an ice man.
Isn't that what Doc Ock wanted all along?
I got the
Power of 1,000 suns.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
classic.
I think I'm gonna stay with my team.
Okay.
I think the only one I would diss maybe would be like Glob Herman, but he's just there for comic relief, I guess. I could have picked someone serious like Archangel or something, but it's like I need something else in my story besides
give
just
you
power
Cuckoos
hitters.
for magic, straight up.
No, I like magic because I like having someone
Magic's
with
good.
magic.
Yeah, just like you know what? I want to keep the Cuckoos, but they seem to have some value.
For me, I
JB,
have like just sorry, go ahead now.
I was gonna say, you know what, JB, I wouldn't mind trading Storm for Wolverine. You get Jean and Wolverine on the same team that way. If you really
can't
want
trade Wolverine.
I know.
I'm excited I got him at 4. I'm excited I got him at 4.
You got Jean and Wolverine on the same team would be cool.
I'm half tempted
X-23 and Quentin Quire.
Do a counter offer for Emma, just so you can have Emma and Jean bicker each other for the whole book. I actually I'll present that trade. Why not?
Storm for Emma?
Storm for Emma.
I'll take that.
Okay. There's our first trade. I'm
There you
giving
go.
Storm to JB, and I'm getting Emma Frost in return.
Very nice.
You, sir, got a deal.
JB, Glob Herman for Wolverine. You got to do it, man. It's missing out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh man. Now I kind of wish I picked gold balls.
Pitch your team. We'll just start with,
all right.
We'll go for pick number 4 and work our way up, because why not? So JB, just so you can get them votes at home, pitch your team real quick. Just once again, that's Wolverine, Storm, Legion, Apocalypse, Forge, Cable, Mr. Sinister, and Professor X. Why would people pick your team as their favorite?
Because there's a lot of dysfunction in that team right there. You got little daddy son issues. Oh man, it's heating up. Plus, Wolverine's always wanting to get in some of that Storm, so it could happen.
Nice. All right, Jason, you got Magneto, Nightcrawler, Rogue, Sabretooth, Magic, X-Man, Multiple Man, and Glob. Pitch your team.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of good possible storytelling you can do with these dynamic characters, even if you split them up in different teams. If they have to divide for a certain mission or something, I think having Magneto and Rogue do a kind of like a father-daughter type thing would be interesting. You can have Nightcrawler and Max just team off with like Sabretooth or something, and even X-Man and Multiple Man, and then Glob Herman is there, as like an outsider. I know there's just so much potential. Even with just any mix of these characters, there's some good stuff there. So my mind's like trying to race of like what could be their mission, what's their story, what is their end goal. I'm not quite sure yet, but man, there's something there.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly what it is. The entire book is told from the point of view of Glob Herman.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
there you go.
Somehow ends up on this team and has no idea why. And then
why am I on this
how he
team?
feels. Yeah, I think that sounds like actually really
that sounds
good
like a
book.
Rosenberg story for sure.
I like it.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Drew just won Jason the next round. Anyway, I'll try to pitch my team here. So, I mean, reading like books like New X-Men and Astonishing X-Men, like the dynamic between Jean Grey and Emma Frost, like, they're going to come to blows eventually. And just like their butting heads can sell a book. But who also butted heads with Emma Frost? Kitty Pryde and Astonishing X-Men, and that made that book for me. And who else is on this team? Kitty Pryde, the pride of the X-Men. So just having those three on the same team, that's almost a dream book for me alone. And you got Iceman as Juggernaut as your heavy hitters. You got Deadpool just being Deadpool. Like, no one even wants to ask him to do anything. He's just causing chaos in the background and talking about how annoying all these women bickering are. And then you got Domino and Franklin Richards. Are you kidding me? Like, Franklin Richards is all his power set, and then Domino is altering, probability on top of that. Like, that's pretty insane book. I would definitely buy that team for sure. All right, Drew, I know you've been itching to pitch this, but go ahead.
Look, man, you brought up Astonishing X-Men, which I think is great. And what is the impetus of that is we need to get back to being superheroes. We need to get back to saving the world. And how do we save the world? We put together the most competent team of X-Men that we possibly can. Who is X-Men? When you think about it, I think the original 5, really. The only other thing that you could really add is Wolverine. I got one. X-23. She's the best Wolverine there's ever been. She's way, way better to look at than Logan is. Just as brutal, just as talented. And you got Gambit is on there. He's going to go ahead and add that wild card element, but he's also not going to trust somebody else on the team. Mystique, who's trying to break good, but is she really breaking good? Does she have ulterior motives? I don't know. We'll figure out along the way, but Gambit is going to be keeping a close eye on her. But when you think X-Men, one name that comes to mind is Cyclops. He is going to lead this team. How is he going to lead this team? Better than he's led any other team before. Do you know why? Because we have a powerhouse psychic in Quentin Quire, and guess what? Cyclops doesn't want to sleep with him, so he's not distracted. He's got his focus on saving the damn world and not getting with some redhead or some saucy blonde from the Hellfire Club. Then we've got Beast. He's always been there. He's the backbone of the X-Men because he's their tech guy, he's their science guy, he's got everything you need there. I threw Sunspot on the team because I love Roberto. I think that he's got the power to fly, and like I said, he's got the power of 1,000,000 suns in the palm of his hand, which really is all Doc Ock was looking for all along. So he's got that guy beat. So if they come across Spider-Man villains, they win automatically. Did I miss anybody on there? Oh yeah, the Stepford Cuckoos. They've got a hive mind. They can block out Emma Frost, so we won't have her interfering in anything here. And they're just a really great cast of characters. I love my team. I think they're going to be great.
Also, right?
Mystique, yeah, but she's gonna be like riding the line. Nobody's gonna know what to think of her. She shows up day one, says, "I want to help," and Cyclops says, "We'll take all the help we can get." But everybody else on the team is like, "Mystique, what the hell? Can we trust her?" And X-23 doesn't trust her as far as she can smell her, but the one who really has his eyes on her evil is Gambit.
I think it'd be really funny if Mystique was like dressed as like a Stepford Cuckoo. There's 4 of you. What's going on here?
She's going to be dressed as anyone who gets her the advantage, and that's really all there is to it. Cyclops isn't doing what she wants the team to do. Maybe she shows up as a redhead. Maybe she shows up as a blonde. Maybe she just shows up as Psylocke because they hooked up that one time. Maybe she shows up as Madeline Pryor with this baby and like, Scott, why'd you leave me? Why'd you leave me, Scott? And we have a Jerry Springer or a Maury Povich episode, going on with that. But like, there's all kinds of drama. But my team is going to be good in the field. They're going to be killer in the field. Nobody's going to be able to stop them. I got a Wolverine. I got a Cyclops. I got a Beast. I got some psychics on there. I got Phoenix. It's like, what are you going to do? How are you going to stop me? Yay.
Now, how are we all going to have crossovers in our X-Men stories? Those X-Men books that cross over.
Yeah.
Well, when JB's team falls apart, Wolverine comes home.
There you go.
It's really that simple. Wolverine comes home, right? And Magic is eventually going to end up on my team. If I've got to end up, getting editorial decree, she'll be on the team by issue 13.
Pulling a dance lot.
Third arc. I'm getting me some Magic. Ileana Rasputin.
Thinking about Cyclops the whole time. But Drew, I would love a moment in your book if, like Tornado's Path. I know you guys love Justice League Tornado's
Love
Path.
Tornado's Path.
There needs to be that scene, remember, like where I think Black Canary and whoever go and pick, like they think they're going to pick up Green Arrow to join the Justice League, but they take Arsenal instead. That'd be sweet if Cyclops and Beast show up and they're like, hey, we don't want Wolverine. We're going to take X-23 instead because she's younger and better.
She's better in every way. She's fantastic.
All right, so that was the X Draft. In my community tab, we're going to have a vote, and you guys can vote on whichever team you like the most. And the winner of that vote by the end of the week will get a future Modern Men pick read, so I don't have to think about what we're going to read next, and that's going to be a lot of fun. What'd you guys think? Was this fun? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
this was great. Everybody vote for me so we can read all new Dupe.
Oh, yeah. If there's the comment section too, right below the survey.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to hear some pitches if anybody has some pitches. Yeah.
Yeah, or who, like, did we miss an X-Men?
Or who did we miss?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what would be your team? You guys at home build your team and let us know who you would pick as your 8 X-Men and pitch it. And I would be I'll read the comments, on episode 4 of Modern Men. I would love to do that.